great lummox. What have you done now?
Hello, Auntie. It's not a problem. Just let me stay here a day or two till the fuss dies down.
So what then? Go back down to Limehouse? You think they'll have forgotten you killed Lenny Flynn by then, do you?
Come on, Mags, let him finish.
If I can just get up to Liverpool.
Liverpool?
Get in a boat to America.
I'll never see you again.
How are you going to pay your passage?
No use looking at me. I used up what little I had on your Auntie Kate.
I just put up embarrassment with the law. Your mum stood bail.
Before, I brought her here as cook, so...
Flower for law come sniffing round.
You won't be the only one up to your neck in it.
Sorry.
Why should they, though? He's been brought up as Ned Jones, hasn't he? You haven't told anyone your mum works here, have you?
No.
So who's to make the connection?
And if it's a bit of cash he's after... Well, I got you a job, didn't I?
What?
Shut up, we're thinking.
What are we going to do with him for now, though? The house will be crawling like an anthill in a minute.
I've got just the place. Don't speak. Don't move, don't even hiccup.
Charles is 3 months old.
Hello.
He can't talk yet.
I thought there were 4 children.
Master Henry and Master Nathaniel are away at school. This way. Good morning.
Good morning, Nurse Simmons.
This is Randall, the new nursemaid. Say good morning to her.
Good morning, Randall.
Good morning, and what's your name?
Master Albert George Hutchinson, 5 Berkeley.
Randall knows the address, Albert. Just the name will do.
It's very nice to
Now
meet you.
then. Hands. Good. You may choose one toy. Take it to the table.
Shall I pick him up now?
What for?
He's crying.
You obviously know nothing about babies. If you pick them up every time they cry, they'll think they can take advantage whenever they like. I'll be back in an hour.
Come here to me, little one. Oh, there's a good boy. Yes. Oh, shh, shh, shh.
Morning, Nanny. Settling in all right?
Yes, thank you.
I've just left a note for you on the nursery table.
Thank you.
Who's it from? Your sweetheart?
I doubt it. How have you...
Why? Ain't she got a sweetheart?
I'm far too busy with my work now. If you'd excuse me...
Bad luck. Crossing on the stairs, Nanny.
What's your name?
Pat Keegan. What's yours?
Mr. Keegan. I dislike bad behaviour in children and footmen.
Oh?
What's been going on?
Nothing.
Harriet?
He said the wicked ogre's gonna come and eat me up for supper.
Well, that was very unkind. Tom knows perfectly well there's no such thing as ogres, wicked or otherwise. And if you're going to tease like that, we'll have to stop having stories at bedtime altogether. Did the footman leave a note for me?
No.
Really? How curious. He said he did. Oh, well, I dare say I'll find it when you've gone. Well, hurry up now. Get ready. You'll be late for Miss Turner.
Miss Turner's got croup. There's no lessons today.
Really? And how do you know that, I wonder?
It was in the notes.
That would be the note that didn't come, would it? Now, Tom, what on earth was the point of all that? Oh, come on, let's not sit round here. I tell you what, shall we play a game?
With all the extra entertaining for the coronation, Mr. Potter and I would like permission to hire some extra staff, if you please, ma'am.
What sort of stuff?
Cook could use another couple of girls with rough vegetables. And another footman in the front hall would be advantageous.
Get the girls by all means, Mrs. McCluskey. But I think we have enough footmen as it is.
Yes, ma'am.
45 tigers,
46 lions,
47 camels,
48 giants.
49 monkeys. We're coming, Tom. We're coming to find you.
Ready or not?
Okay. I'm going to look under Imogen's bed. Tom. Whatever's the matter?
There's a man in the storeroom.
What?
It's an ogre. He was eating something.
Oh, I see.
No, I mean, there really is. I saw him. He's huge.
That's quite enough, Tom. It's horrid to keep frightening Harriet like this.
But I'm not. There's a man in the storeroom. Come and see for yourself.
Very well.
In here.
Oh, open the door, please, Tom. Very well. There. You see? Nothing and nobody to be scared of.
But I saw him.
I thought it would be a treat this morning to play a game since your governess is ill. But if all you can do is tell lies and upset Harriet, I think you should do some silent reading instead.
Mrs. Collins, is it absolutely necessary for Ivo to wear all those underthings?
There's always the danger of children. Bless you.
You seem to have caught one yourself.
It's just a little tickle, Your Ladyship.
Oh, dear. In that case, do you feel confident enough to take Ivo to the park by yourself?
Oh, yes, Your Ladyship. Nanny showed me how to do it all nicely.
There's no need.
No, I would prefer it. Besides, you must look after yourself.
Very well, Your Ladyship.
Thank you.
You pass me his things, and I will dress Master Ivo properly. We don't want to catch measles, do we? Eh? No, we don't.
The cook has prepared the cake as directed, sir.
Good. Splendid. Tell her I'm jolly grateful.
Sir.
You've ordered a special cake for your sister?
Oh, good Lord, no. Old Stick eats absolutely anything. No, it's Nanny's birthday.
What, today?
Tomorrow. It's quite a big occasion when we were small. iced cakes with little whatnots on top, crystallized violets. Thought as it was Nanny's 70th, we'd make a bit of a thing of it.
Oh, how nice.
Just the children, you know. Annabelle and me.
Oh.
Rather foolish, I dare say, but it's a bit of a family ritual, you see. You don't mind, do you?
No, of course not.
Afternoon, Nanny. Afternoon, Nanny. Grand music, innit? Yeah. We got a band in our village. But it ain't like this. No? No. Don't all sound the same like they do. My dad says he thinks they're not even playing the same tune half the time. My name's Mattie Wickham, by the way. I'm nanny to the St. John's in Berkeley Square. Oh, I'm there too. With the Scammons? Well, that is the Earl and Countess Lamson Scribner. Really? Only nursemaid, though. I'm Lydia Weston. How'd you do? Very nicely, thank you. And this is little Master Ivo. Oh. Has he been poorly? No, why? Nothing. I just wondered. He seems well wrapped up, that's all. That's the way Nanny Collins says to do it, but I don't know. She goes on about fresh air being good. So I open the windows, then she shuts them again and says that drafts give you measles. How old is your Nanny Collins? About 150?
There's a straight edge bit there, look. What's he doing here?
Finishing his puzzle, Mrs. Simmons.
And why isn't he resting after his luncheon?
Oh, well, Charles is asleep, but Bertie wasn't tired.
That is not the point. I work very hard. And I like to have some peace in the afternoons.
Well, maybe I could take him out for an hour.
Out where?
For a walk to the park.
What park?
The one around the corner. I came through it the other day. It seems very respectable. We'll get some fresh air into him. He would sleep better at night.
Very well. But he's not to run around and make an exhibition of himself.
Of course not, Mrs. Simmons.
He's not to talk to common children.
No, Mrs. Simmons.
You're to keep him on the path. 1 ounce of mud in my nursery and there'll be trouble.
Yes, Mrs. Simmons. Come on, Master Albert, get your hat. There's a pond in the park over the road.
With ducks?
With loads of ducks. Oh, should we take that with us? Do you not like sailing boats?
Yes, but...
Then that's what we'll do. Come on.
They'll be here for the coronation.
Hello, darling. How you doing?
Back. I'll be off then. Sorry, I didn't realise you're expecting your young man. My brother. Oh, Jack, I'd like you to meet Miss Lydia Weston. He works near me.
It's my pleasure.
How'd you do?
And this is my little girl, Harriet St. John. He's the one that made up the poem for Tom.
Will you make one for me?
Harriet, eh? Oh, let's see. I'm a little bit in love with Harry. Harry is the man for me.
Stop it.
What's wrong with that, eh?
Tom?
Would you sing that song again, please?
Again? Well, since it's you, I'm a little bit in love with Harry. Harry is the man for me. In his bright red coat and his 10-bob note.
Tom,
My brother Jack's turned up. Would you like to come and meet him? I've just been promised to go with that. And even I'm not supposed to have a go with it.
What?
It's a precious ornament for looking at.
Oh, why didn't you say when I said to bring it?
I'm not allowed to answer back.
Albert, put your pyjamas on and go straight to bed.
But he hasn't had any tea.
Nor will he. Wicked, disobedient little boys don't deserve tea.
But, Mrs. Simmons, it's my fault we took the boat out. I didn't know he wasn't allowed and he didn't like to say.
And ignorant maids who get beyond themselves do not deserve supper.
But, Mrs. Simmons...
And those who answer back can find another position as soon as they like.
Yes, Mrs. Simmons.
This afternoon you never seen so many foreigners. Africans, all sorts.
And I hope you didn't stare or speak to any of them.
No, Nanny, of course not. The only people I spoke to are my friends.
Friends?
Only other nannies. One's head nurse to the St. John's down the road, and the other one's new nursemaid at number 5. Both Berkeley Square, same as us.
Wonder how they found her so quickly.
Oh, I told her about the job when I met her the other day.
Met her?
Yes, Mum.
Did you know her?
No, Mum.
You sent a total stranger for a post in a respectable house?
Yes, Mum.
What did you think you were doing? She could be anybody. She could have a disease. She could have been in prison. She could be a thief for all we know. Oh, you stupid girl. Whatever am I going to do?
I'm not stupid. And you don't have to do nothing. She's perfectly all right, or they wouldn't have given her the job, would they? I know I'm only learning.
Yes, Lydia. You are only learning. And the first thing you learn is that a fretful nurse makes a fretful baby. I shall feed him while you go away and calm yourself.
Yes, Nanny.
Harry, you're becoming a pet.
They say Sarah Bernhardt's absolutely terrific in the part. Never believed she was 58. Do you know how I feel about older women?
You're suggesting I look 58?
No. I am suggesting I shall die of a broken heart if I don't see you tonight.
What nonsense.
Well, have supper with me then. If you don't want to go to the theatre. Please?
Harry, I can't. I must spend one evening with my husband.
What on earth for? Wouldn't you rather be with me?
Of course I would, but...
Well, then. They serve excellent caviar at the Hewitt. And they have very discreet private dining rooms.
The wicked ogre opened his mouth to show his big, sharp teeth.
All right. I think we've all had quite enough scary things. Did Nanny Bailey never show you how to get rid of scary things? You have to do this. Angels above me and angels below. Keep me quite safely wherever I go. Pringle? What's the matter? Pringle? Whatever's going on?
Nothing.
Yes, there is. Now, come on, tell me what's happened.
It's that Keegan.
What, the footman? Please, tell me what's happened.
He shut me in the linen cupboard.
Oh.
And he knows I don't like being in the dark. And he was laughing. I thought he liked me.
All right. Come on, it's over now. I'll deal with it. Could I have a word, please, Mrs. McCluskey?
As long as I don't have to stop what I'm doing.
Or perhaps it's Mr. Potter I should be speaking to.
What about?
One of the underfootmen, Patrick Keegan. Not only was he extremely impertinent to me this morning, but now has actually managed to reduce Pringle to tears. Do you have authority on this matter, or does Mr. Potter?
I do the hiring and firing in this house, Nanny Wickham, with Mr. Potter's approval.
Well, I would like him reprimanded, please. I'll not have the nursery upset like that.
I'm very sorry you've been troubled, Nanny Wickham. Very sorry indeed. I shall see to it, personally.
Thank you.
This very evening.
Come in. I thought you were dining out tonight.
No, I changed my mind. I'm staying at home. Why don't you join me? Well then, what sparkling entertainment are you indulging in this evening?
I'm going to see Sarah Bernhardt in La Dame aux Camellias. I'm told it's excellent.
Are you? I'm told it's about a courtesan.
Driver, turn round, please.
Angels above me and angels below. Keep me quite safely wherever I go.
Don't worry. I'm not going to hurt you.
Who are you?
I'm a friend, Tom, not a foe.
How do you know my name?
Well, it's my business to know all sorts of things. Like I know you're a very brave young man coming up here at dead of night.
I told Nanny about you. She didn't believe me.
That's women for you, Tom. But maybe it's for the best, because women ain't very good at keeping secrets. But I reckon I can trust you not to tell anyone else about me.
Why shouldn't I?
Because you'll spoil everything if you do. My mission will be ruined.
Mission? Are you a spy?
Can't say any more, all right?
All right.
How long has he been crying?
About 10 minutes.
You all right?
Yes.
Should have woken me earlier.
She's locked us in.
Oh, for pity's sake.
No, I shouldn't, honest. I gotta be up in... What's the time?
midnight.
I gotta be up in 4.5 hours.
You'll be fine. No. You see, what I was trying to say, Patrick, is I don't mind you making eyes at the girls. And I expect deep down they don't mind either.
What's all the fuss about then?
The way you do it. Here's to the Queen.
The Queen?
Nobody minds a few discreet arrangements. You've got to be clever. You've got to use your charm. Can't have people complaining all over the place, can we? Cheers.
Cheers.
Keegan! Potter, where the devil's Keegan?
I don't know, sir.
Where the devil's my hot water?
Hasn't Keegan brought it up, sir?
Well, I wouldn't be standing here like this if he had, would I?
Oh, I do beg your pardon, sir. I'll see to it straight away.
Do that.
Have you any idea what time it is?
Oh, my God.
You've gone too far this time, Keegan. You've upset Nanny, you've upset Pringle, and now you've neglected your duties. You are dismissed.
Master Albert and Master Charles, madam. Thank you, Nanny Simmons.
Good morning, Mama.
Hello, darling. We must ask Nanny Simmons to give you a haircut, I think.
Morning, young man. What have you got to say for yourself?
Good morning, Papa.
Now then, young shaver, I have a present for you. Battles of the 19th century. Got to earn it, mind. Great generals don't grow on trees. Got to learn things, take responsibility. Now then. Commander, 1st Battalion, Rifle Brigade, Battle of Inkerman.
Sir George Cathcart, sir.
Facing colours of the old Connaught Rangers. Come on, man. On parade now, don't you know?
Lincoln Green, sir.
Well done! Turning into a fine young man, commanding the troops any day now.
He had been drinking, Mrs. McCluskey.
Never. I can see why you say it, Tim. But it will be very difficult losing a footman before the coronation. What was that entertaining?
Then find another.
It takes some time to advertise the post. Interviews?
Do we not know anyone seeking to change?
Well, I do. But he's never been a footman before.
Mrs. McCluskey, I have trained more young footmen than I can count, and there is some urgency. Do you think he would accept?
I don't know, Mr. Potter. Shall I ask? Keep it as close to the truth as possible. You done boot blacking, you done carrying bags, you done door opening. You ain't done table service and you ain't done private drawing rooms.
What hotel was it?
Blakeston, Smith Street. Closed 6 months ago, so no one can check. Since then, you've been doing casual in kitchens.
What about that boy, though? Tom, what if he says something?
What choices you got? Let's finish with this. That'll help.
Yeah, not a tash.
Yes, the tash.
What a shame the delphiniums are no longer there. Edith did so love the colour. She had them brought specially from Devon, you know.
They didn't seem to like the London air, I'm afraid, Annabelle. We do find that American bee hyssop flourishes well, though.
Will you be accompanying us for luncheon?
As a matter of fact, I've got the final fitting for my coronation gown. Besides, I'm sure Nanny Collins would prefer to be alone with her children.
Nanny Collins, sir.
Ah. Many happy returns of the day, Nanny.
What do I say about pride?
comes before a fall, usually.
Yes, it does. Even so, I don't think there's a prouder nanny in the world than me at this moment.
Not over yet, old thing.
We thought we'd take you out for a special luncheon.
I tell you, Annabel, as soon as Bertie's got the crown firmly on his head, Salisbury will resign as PM.
You think so?
Oh, yes. About blasted time, too, if you ask me.
I don't think we use language in the open air, thank you, Master George.
Sorry, Nanny.
So who'll take over? Balfour?
Bound to.
Oh, rightful man.
Do we know Mr. Balfour, dear?
Not well, no.
Then perhaps it would be kinder to reserve judgment until we know him a little better, don't you think?
Yes, Nanny.
Do you know, Master George, I think I could manage a small slice of that yeast cake.
Do you have a moment?
Well, I need to collect the children in 30 minutes, but... What can I do for you, Mr. Potter?
If you would pretend to be the lady of the household for me, please.
Oh.
Now, plates are carried one at a time, with both hands, presented from the left and set carefully in front of the diner.
Thank you.
No. The footman is never acknowledged.
I'm sorry.
Now, please. Do try and behave naturally. Again, please. Very good indeed. I'll fetch the vegetable tureens and we'll try with them.
Ever so sorry. I didn't mean to put you off.
It's all right. It's me supposed to be training, not you. You don't need training to be a lady.
That's the silly thing, though, isn't it? I spend all my time teaching the children to have good manners. When they grow up, they're not supposed to use them.
The children.
I'm their nanny, Matty.
Now, let's see how we get on with this.
Hello, darling. Fancy a swig?
Mr. Keegan, you're drunk.
Yeah, I'm drunk. And out of a job. And out of a bed. So, I reckon it's best to stay drunk, don't you, Nanny? Still, at least you can't complain about me anymore. Unless you want to call the police and have me arrested as well as dismissed.
I didn't get you dismissed.
Fancy a drink, kids?
Hurry on now, quick as you can. I'm very sorry you've been dismissed. But I assure you it was nothing to do with me. Good day, Mr. Keegan. Hello.
Hello?
You got another one. You ain't changed jobs already, have you?
No such luck. Bertie's been kept in to learn a chapter of the Bible by heart. You know, I've not had supper last night or breakfast this morning.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well, next time you hear of a job, go and keep it to yourself, eh?
I didn't know it was going to be like that.
No, you didn't know anything. I'd never have gone at all if I'd known it was for a nursemaid.
That's not fair. Good afternoon. What's the matter?
She says it's my fault she got into trouble over that stupid boat. Well, it's not, and if you want to know, I got into heaps of trouble for telling you about that job in the first place.
Well, you'll know better next time, won't you?
I'm sorry, Nanny.
Oh, I am not Nanny. I am Hannah Randall. It's not fair to treat people like that.
No, it's not.
You're not in trouble for anything, are you?
Not me, no. Dismissed one of our footmen. I don't know why.
I don't always need a reason.
Well, I'm not going to lose my job. I'm going to work hard and get really good at it.
You like it, do you?
I never worked on a farm, or you wouldn't ask. And there ain't many jobs where you get your own bed and 3 square meals at... She wasn't allowed any supper or any breakfast. What, all because of that boat?
Yeah, I've been court-martialed.
Oh, and you won't have been paid yet either. Look, there's a tea stall over there. Shall I get us something to eat?
That'd be nice.
Listen, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said all those things. Look, can we start again?
I'd like that. Very much indeed.
Captain Henry Mason.
Hello, good to see you. Yeah, keeping well,
I'm so glad you could come, Captain Mason.
I wouldn't have missed it for the world, Mrs. St. John.
Right. Quick, face, hands and change or we'll be late. It's a special tea party today. So best behaviour all round.
Best for you and best for me. It was best to leave you thus.
Harry, please, let me explain.
Best for you and best for me.
No need to explain. Chap can take a hint.
I wasn't. The children, madam.
Oh, delightful. Thank you, Nanny Wickham.
We're having such a lovely musical afternoon. Would you sing for us?
I just felt awful about it.
Why did you agree in the first place, then?
Because you kept on so. I can't talk here, but...
With Harry, Harry's a man for me, with his bright red coat and his 10-bob note. He's as smart and as sharp as a man can be.
How dare you allow my children to humiliate me in public? I've never heard such impertinence.
I'm very sorry, Mr. St. John. I agree, it was a most unfortunate incident. But what happened was...
On this occasion, our guests were gracious enough to find the incident amusing, but if there is ever a repetition...
I understand, madam.
I do hope so. One moment.
Madam?
Are you new?
Yes, madam. Started my duties today, madam.
What's your name?
Edward Jones, madam.
Very well, carry on. I thought I said you were to hire no more footmen.
Yes, madam. Unfortunately, Nanny complained that Keegan was behaving badly to the nursery staff. So Mr. Potter and I thought it advisable to replace him before he caused any more trouble.
I see. Thank you, Mrs. McCluskey.
Yes, madam.
So you're as critical of my staff as I am of your nursery. Perhaps we should both consider very carefully whether we are indeed suited to one another.
Yes, madam.
What's the letter?
Come here, gorgeous. Oh, I gotcha. Have you missed me? Hey. Oh.
You'll be good for nothing in the morning. What are you doing still up?
Happy birthday, Nanny. It's a needle case.
I didn't know you could do stitching, Lydia.
My ma learnt me.
Taught, dear.
I didn't know it was your birthday till just today. Anyway, I saw the needle stuck in your apron, and you're always saying about safety near baby, so, I've just been doing it now. Many happy returns, Nanny.
Thank you. It's quite acceptable.
I took the underground.
And how are you going to get back again, huh?
I'll walk.
And not get there till breakfast is done and gone. Stupid girl.
I had to see Billy. For what? Because I love him.
What if head nurse wakes up and finds you not there? End of job is what? Gone.
So they'll find somebody else.
And then what would you do? How are you going to feed Billy with no job? Take a handsome cup from Riverside.
I'm sorry.
You can do what you like when I'm gone, but I am going, and I'm taking these with me. They owe me.
Don't be a fool. You'll only make things worse for yourself.
How much worse can they get, eh? Might as well be hung for a sheep as a lamb. If you hadn't whined about me in the first place.
Oh my God. What have you done?
And what, may I ask, is the meaning of this?
I said no.
Why not? Surely the police are...
No, there's no need. Right, you. Don't never try that again. Because I'll be watching for you. Understood?
You smug little...
Out.
Master Albert, do not go into any bed but your own, even if invited.
Sorry, Nanny Simmons.
For future reference, Randall, Master Albert knows perfectly well I do not encourage babyish behaviour in children.
Yes, Mrs. Simmons.
Thank you for not telling on me.
Oh, thank you for not telling on me. Oh, I'm sorry I wasn't there for you.
I had a bad dream. I was frightened.
Do you have bad dreams often? Well, next time it happens, you wake me up and I'll come into your bed. She didn't say anything about that now, did she?
What if you're not there?
I will be. Promise.
It's a dreadful way to behave.
What?
Attacking the poor man like that.
He had a knife at you.
He wouldn't have used it. He's perfectly capable of dealing with the situation.
Oh, yeah? How? By calling the police and having the bloke arrested in
That would
jail?
have been the proper way to deal with a thief. Look, I know you did what you thought was right, but you shouldn't.
Nanny, go back to the nursery where you belong.